Hello, beautiful Virgo. My guides are saying gorgeous Virgo, you spinner of sacred discs, polishers of ancient energy. My guides are saying, look at that. So if you're new, welcome, and welcome back to all my regulars. My website, my self-booking site for the month of October is blocked. I will be doing readings. I will have to schedule them manually. Hang on. Yeah. Woo! Look at that. That's for your partner. That was the last thing that needed to come out. So the link is below to my website. All right. You can, for the last 2 weeks of September, you will be able to schedule a reading. And after that, I'll have to schedule them. Okay. So as I travel, hopefully there will be periods when things will sort of be a little bit stable, when I'm in a place for a little bit, and then there'll be times when I'm on the road, etc. Okay? I'm leaving here at the beginning of October, shockingly soon, and I'll be looking forward to seeing all of you who are in the Western New York State region. If you're in that region and you want to meet with me for a reading, just because it would be so fun, contact me. Okay? I'm at home. Ooh, Virgs, you know, I'm just pulling the energy out because that's what my guys are talking about. All right, we'll stop there. All right, so if you're new, I pull some oracle cards. We're going to go through that energy. We're going to find out where you are, where your partner is in terms of your life manifestation, what's going on inside the relationship, what are the energies that you're exchanging with each other, okay? We're going to jump into you, Virgo, and we're going to develop a line for your partner, and I'm going to pull some runes at the end. At the very end of the video, there will be an eye in the sky thing. You know that. Let's see, how do I do that? Up in there. A link to my website. It will come at the beginning, and at the end, there will be a link to the Pisces full moon reading. I am urging, I'm inviting, I am pleading with everyone to go look at that, okay? Because it affects all this. So I just finished Taurus and Capricorn. I always encourage, go look at that. It affects you, Virgo, because you are the polisher of the energy. You're smashed in between the Great Awakener, Uranus and Taurus, and the Great Destroyer. And you have your own job to do energetically, Virgo. You're incredible. You're strong. You are a visionary. That's what it comes down to. That's what it means to be in the state that you're in. So because you are a visionary, of course, the animal medicine card that represents your energy this week is Hawk. That is the sacred messenger from the spirit realm. Sacred vision, rapid flight. And this, just so you know, my guides are saying, that's what my guides want to speak to you about. That's the first card out from the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck. That, dear Virgo, is the Hierophant, the rememberer of sacred lore. To see what's happening with your energy, to see the stringed instrument, we are talking about orders of vibration, about the Hierophant's ability to be literally in contact with the sacred realm and to send the vibration out here in the earth, right? The high priest, it represents all the things that all of you know about the Hierophant. If you don't, go and look it up online, right? It's the counterpart to the high priestess. It means sacred law. It is often indicates in a reading of marriage, sacred partnership of some kind. So messages coming through your energy as you walk through your life. Okay, Virgo, just FYI, my guides are saying that's where you're at. And because of it, of course, it brings all your beauty to the surface. You are seeing the beauty of the mystery of the universe, the intense beauty of how things unfold and flow, sacred beauty, sacred laws, sacred messages, all that's going on here on the earth. And obviously within yourself, within your partner. And your, so that's from the Journey of Love. Look at that's your shamanic card. That's the shamanic energy you're holding. Isn't it perfect? The Rainmaker. So I want to read to you a little bit from the book about that, okay? Hang on, bear with me. Spirit, where's my book, please? So my guides are talking about the rememberer, the Hierophant. So it is the Rainmaker because it is the place, the station through which the sacred energy comes. That is how you stand in your life. That's the place you've ascended to when we came through this Pisces full moon. So please go and look at that. If you haven't seen it and you don't understand, look at the astrology online, okay? Big change is coming here to this place. And we are all ascending now into the highest order of our sacred energy. All right, so the Rainmaker. Come on, darling, don't be elusive. Where are you? Oh, because I'm looking at the page numbers and not the card numbers. That's why. Thank you, Spirit. There it is. Okay, I'm going to hold this up for you. See if it'll work that way. The Rainmaker. Look how gorgeous she is. Look at that. All right. Look. Stunning in its beauty, isn't it? The essence of the Rainmaker is that it is the manifester, the master of manifestation, who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. The Rainmaker is calling you, dear Virgo, to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with what is, not with what might be or could have been. Stay in the now, stay in the moment. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth, ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. Okay, so Virgo, this has a lot of implications for my own life. Maybe if we have time and I don't chatter too long, I'll tell you about it. But if you listen to what I just read about the implications and the seeds in your heart, would you please take a look at your partner? Seed of the heart. And their shamanic energy is the corn. So you are literally in a place, because of you carry this Hierophant energy. It is the energy of the high priest versus the high priestess. It's an important notation my guides are saying, right? So sacred male energy, bringing things forward, bringing things to fruition, going on a great journey, right? The initiation point of the sacred male energy that causes the seed to go forward and then eventually blossom because it is delivered into the sacred feminine. There's the Chariot. Okay, that's your energy in this moment. Moving energy in order to make things literally blossom into their place of being. See the new growth there in the Sacred Mother? It is, if you're new, the oldies but goodies already know, my guides are saying, it is the activation of your energy that brings shift and change and forward motion. Has nothing to do with the horses. They're just a representation of the same, my guides are saying. Okay, so check it out, the way in which you are working with the sacred male energy. Don't get stuck on gender. We're talking about energy, all right? So, wow. Okay, my guides are talking about the triad. Let's see if I can do it this way. They want you to see the sacred triad of your partner. So seeds within their heart, within their soul, blossoming. Corn is about abundance, right? In the native tradition, corn was a staple, feeding the people, growing into abundance. And there they are. Because of these aspects, because of what you bring to the relationship, they're transforming. It is the seed they had in their heart. They were meant, whatever is happening, whatever transformation is happening with your partner, it was always meant to be. And of course, when we're talking about quantum partners, twin flames, soulmate, all those things, you do activate each other. That's why you're together. I am blessed with a couple of sacred partners right now, quantum energy partners, causing me to blossom and shift and change and grow. And it is because of their presence, the joining of our energy. It's always true. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes you have to sail into the challenges, as you know, if you're in that kind of relationship. Whew, this person came to you because of the seeds they have in their heart that were meant to blossom in your presence. So make sure you're kind and gentle and loving. It's not always beautiful. You know, my guys just said sometimes there's a little manure that has to be put on the field, right? But you're the one who's bringing the rain. Again, my guides tell me, hold it up again. Look how beautiful that is. Virgo, I just love the way my guides attend to you. They're saying they just want to attend to you. They want you to see the reality of your higher self, your spirit being, the beauty of it, why you're bringing these messages through from the spirit realm. So, all right, let's get it done, my guides are saying. Here you are with all this Hierophant energy. That is the sacred pathfinder. It is the king of art, the art of wielding love energy. And what it really means deep down, oh, I'm getting all choked up, as I do. So there you are, right? Sacred vision, because you're the Hierophant. And if what's the Hierophant if it's not about the heights of love energy, right? King. Standing with a lot of vibrancy, because you are accepting the energy from Taurus, the awakener. Okay? So my guides are saying, please try to understand those things that I say when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? So you obviously are being affected by your cohort. The awakener, Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, and the energy comes to you, Virgo. In order for messages to come through, for the rain to fall, to bring forward the new growth, once people are awakened, that's your job. You are the harvester, you beauties, right? That's why beauty's there. Know yourself, Virgo, in this way. That spear clears away obstacles. That's what a Virgo does. We spin the energy, polish it, provide it, so that new growth can come forward while Pluto is busy doing its job, shredding the old. My guides are talking about, like after the forest fire. It's that. Okay, so there you are, Virgo. Beautiful. Shape shifting, traveling back and forth to the universe to collect messages and bring forward the rain that makes the corn blossom and grow because of the seeds that are in the hearts of other people. No matter who you come in contact with, and I just said this to Taurus, understand that you are an awakener. You literally are. And if you have a fire sign in significant placement in your chart, it is doubly true. So if you have fire in your chart, please take the habit of looking at the Taurus reading. I think for every earth sign, it should be happening now until Uranus moves out of Taurus, but that's 7 years from now. So inform yourself, understand what is really happening with the energy. So of course, because of all this fire energy, all this passion, the Rainmaker, that is the Knight of Wands. Passion, rushing forward, taking up the inspiration, magic in his hands, also a power wielder, right? Jumping on the horse at the first chance, the first sign of inspiration. When passion strikes this person, they go straight for it, don't they? My guys are saying, yes, they do. So, let's see. I interrupted myself, didn't I? Okay, so the Rainmaker, back to the Rainmaker. Sorry, guys. See, that was my Knight of Wands moment. All right, hang on. We're going to put that aside for a minute. All right, so the Rainmaker, I think I read some of it. The Master of Manifestation. Calling you to create something new from the elements that already exist in your life. Do not hold back. Do not hold back. Go straight for it, okay? All right, I guess I did finish that. My guides, as you can tell, are just continuing to take over my tongue. All right, so they want me to put this down. All right, Spirit. They want all of this. Hang on a second. Let me see what they want to do. Yeah, Okay, so Virgo as the Hierophant. Okay, there we go. The beautiful protector of lore. It's quite lovely. Having been transformed into an awakener, you emerge into the full light of the sun, right? Filled with the ancient knowledge that the Hierophant has. Standing on sacred ground now, literally, symbolically, and literally as an actor, if you will, on the stage of this earth. All right, Spirit, what do you want? Yeah, because it's your destiny. Speaking of destiny, there you are. That's the Nine of Cups. So, the way you're wielding love energy, the way you are able to see as a seer, the sacred lineage of humanity. This is a woman who was a seer. You can't tell by the illustration, but she sits in a crystal chair. Do you see the love energy she's got at her side? Jewel encrusted barrel of love, and she pours it out of herself because of her passion, and she's able to understand destiny. And actually, part of what she does is she names the sacred lineage of kings. Look. So there's something really intense going on. Beautiful Virgo. Hang on. Okay, let me see what this is all about. Yeah. All right, my guides are saying continue on. All right, so I just want to make note of this. Right? This, okay, now they're saying I've got it. Okay, all right. We've seen this a lot, Virgo. We know what happened at the eclipse in July. This is the energy carrying forward. And we just came through this beautiful full moon in Pisces, and we're coming into another super moon at the end of the month in Libra, balancing. So this is about spiritual activation and self-actualization as you continue to take up the energy of this eclipse that happened in July. Okay? Change in destiny, illuminated the stone of destiny, and you're touching it. There you are, the feminine version, my guides are saying, of the Hierophant. Right? You are taking up the energy of the high priest and the high priestess combined. Don't get stuck on gender. This could go vice versa. You know what I mean? All the stuff that readers say, all true. This is a prophecy about your destiny. Do you see? My guides always say, do you see? Are you sure you're making it clear? They're talking to me. They want to make sure that you understand your destiny. Spiritual activation, self-actualization, because your energy is meant to shine upon the earth, Virgo, as the quintessential earth sign in the equation of what's happening in these times. You are the Rainmaker. I love it. So you are in a sacred lineage of kings and queens, whatever words work for you. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck, my guides are saying. And it is because of your love, and you are the lover of devotion. And Virgo, you always have to make choices, don't you? We always do. We are, okay, hang on, my guys are talking. All right. We are constantly making decisions about where we should devote our energy. What is it that needs to be tended to? So we're always in this position. And in these days, when we have Uranus and Taurus, and Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, and the civilization as we know it crash into the ground, whether we literally see it or it happens energetically, I think it's going to be both, you are often going to have to choose your pathway. What is it? In the moment that you devote your energy to, because this card, and yes, it's the Lover's card, okay? This card stands on the heart soul chakra just above the mover of energy. So they're talking about the spinning discs again. Okay? Because as the Hierophant, that's how you stand in your life. Quest of knowledge, 10 of Pentacles. Literally standing before the sacred bowl of all wisdom, angels, Hierophants, my guide said, right? Ascended masters, whatever word you want to put on it, it doesn't matter. It's essentially the same concept. So you find yourself with vision, your sacred vision increasing, intensifying because of the intensifying energy here on the earth, because you are literally utilizing the energy sent to you from Taurus to polish, to bestow, to harvest. You are the energy of harvest. So, of course, Taurus energy here on the earth is going to cause the awakening. You are going to take the energy next and bring forward the harvest, the corn, while Capricorn plows the earth, basically, is what my guys are talking about. Okay? So that's where we're at. That is an enormous amount of intense energy, and it comes on the heels of this massive timeline that we just shifted, came through here on the earth, and there's the reason. All right? We are meant to be bonded together now energetically. This is about awakening. Please go watch Taurus, okay? Watch all three just so you know. Energetic bonding. That's what it means to have the corn and the seeds that are in the hearts of humanity, okay? So that's where you're at. And feel free to read anything you want into that in terms of relationship. Many of you have a partner. While you stand like this in your life, there's your partnership, in a sense. You awaken each other, perhaps in many varied ways, but there's nothing standing between you at this point because the energy has bonded. It's a very sacred moment. This next month after this full moon, I think enormous things are coming forward. So let's check in with your partner. Looky there. Okay, might be a water sign. That's 10 of Cups. So, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, self-actualization, spiritual enlightenment, King of Art, the Sun card. So your partner is, they are having an awakening. It is because of the presence of you in their life. And there they are in their cocoon with the sacred butterfly energy. Right? The seeds in their heart are coming into their season of harvest and blossom. And they're going really deep, as they are meant to. 6 of Cups. Someone from the past, from a past life, from the past in your own life. Someone that brings knowledge, sacred knowledge, that is working really deeply. So this is about an initiate that plunges themselves into the sacred hut. Stays in there for 24 hours in order to open their gifts, their third eye, put a stone on their chest to keep them awake, connecting here on the earth but out in the universe at the same time. That's the implication in the card. All right? So also collecting their own sacred vision for an awakening, for an emergence of that which was meant for them. Suddenly they see it. They come to a moment in their lives and they see themselves emerging up out of the deep. It's a shocking, beautiful moment of self-actualization in a different but similar way, right? So these are the things that these quantum partnerships bring, and it's because of this, right? Their devotion in these moments has been liberated. They are going through a shamanistic change. Through the feminine energy portal, there I believe, so this is the liberator of devotion. That is the death card. So they're going through a death and rebirth process. It's very tender. Just see the eyes on this being. See how sweet and tender and intense. When I look at this, I always feel like there should be tears coming out of these eyes because that's what happens in those moments. That's how tender it is. And we see the shaman carrying the head across the portal. This is what happened to this person when they came through this full moon journey. Something within them was liberated. And it is their true self, right? To see how they're going through this, it's quite lovely. Quite lovely coming out of their cocoon. And here's why. Because they're meant to come into their own wisdom. Destiny is turning. This is the Two of Pentacles. So they're coming into a place They've had the experience and the awakening, and they're coming into a place now where they're beginning their new path of learning and balance, right? The universe is there with them. They may be getting somebody into their life who's really going to help them walk on this path of destiny. And, you know, it's just the backstory. Many of you know it's about a young man who was out having his young man's adventure. His dad was the Hierophant in the clan. That person passed. He got called home and he wasn't ready. He hadn't been prepared, so to speak. Except he was ready because he was ethical, pure of heart. He tried to fake it. See the fake beard? He tried to fake it. You know, one of the other elders came to have this dialogue with him, and clearly destiny was turning. And he basically, he was really scared because he didn't feel worthy because he knew what it meant. And basically the exchange was, I'm not ready. I'm going to take off my fake beard, and I'm sorry, I just hadn't prepared myself, blah, 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 blah. My guys are saying like that. And so the elder said, okay, no worries. I'll be your teacher, your guide. So he went and sat on the sacred throne of the knowledge holder. And his first decree was, hey kid, you're coming back to sit in the chair because you are ready. Okay, Spirit, what's that? They're saying yes, but no. So that's that story. All right, that's what your partner's going through, beautiful Virgo. Just FYI. And of course, you know, when you're in this kind of bonded partnership, you elevate each other in all the moments that you're able to. And then you have moments where you can't, and then struggle arises. So it's always a sign, oh, thank you, Spirit. This is perfection. I love this. Look, there's the awakening. Okay, coming out, releasing themselves from bondage. And so this is the Eight of Swords. Okay, they've been stuck. They've been asleep. The sacred rope. Do you see the hawk? Check it out. You must have said some words to this person about the way they're in bondage, maybe, or maybe it's just the conversation, the sharing of energy that causes them to awaken and free themselves. Very interesting. This is about a man. It's kind of a Rip Van Winkle story. So he goes into the dream time, and while he's in the dream time, he has affairs with lots of women, lots of different partners. And he does something I can't remember exactly, and it makes these women really angry, and so the women of the village start whipping him, and it causes you know, he has to free himself. He has to sort of look at his life, free himself from his anxiety. He goes back out of the dream time to his earthly wife, apologizes to that woman, etc., etc. It's that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's about going through a dream time journey in order to be released from those things that cause this person anxiety. And I love that the hawk is there in both pictures. Okay, so let's see. Let me think a little bit about that. Yeah. Okay, so my guys are just saying the factors of awakening. And because it's the Eight of Swords and it's about feeling trapped in anxiety, I think that's what this person is being freed from. Perhaps because they had known or felt the seeds in their heart of this transformation, and oh, that's what it is. All right, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so they weren't feeling good enough. It was giving them some anxiety. They were trash talking themselves. That's over now because they see themselves. They see themselves emerge from this dream time like that. Isn't that beautiful? They get to have that vision of themselves, right? No more being whipped by the goddess of awakening. My guys are laughing a little bit. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. And they free themselves, okay? Part of it is you free yourself, and you free yourself into the light. Isn't that gorgeous? So, cross watchers, kudos to you for all the hard work and the dedication that you have to yourself, my guides are saying. So let's pick from the bag of runes. We'll get something for the beautiful cross watchers, the partner, and something for gorgeous Virgo, the Hierophant. Very interesting how when you join your energies together, the way you both rise into your station, isn't it? As it should be. Virgo, my guides are saying, enjoy this rain making. Just enjoy it. Know what your energy does, because you dedicate yourself to beauty in your life, the beauty of order, moving things forward into the place where they're meant to be. Well, that happens to be the room for movement. So let us put it right there with this guy and that beautiful woman, okay? Warrior of skill. Knight of Wands and the Chariot. Perfect. Okay, movement. Thank you, Spirit. It was a beautiful reading today. All right, come on. Help me focus. You know what happens? I get pulled a little bit across, and then suddenly I have to look at a book, and I feel a little blind. Sheesh. I have to reactivate my brain. That's what my guides are saying. And in the moment, I can't see what the page numbers are. Stuff like that. So I don't know why, but they want me to show this. Okay, see that? Movement, progress, symbolized by the horse. So that is Awaz. A rune of transit, transition, movement, physical shifts, new dwelling places, new attitudes, or a new life, or both. It also signifies movement in the sense of improving or bettering any situation. So Virgo, if you're trying to move something forward in your life, go straight for it with love energy and the full light of the sun. Go straight for it. That which you are devoted to, because you're activated now. This full moon was powerful for all of us. So there is about this rune also a sense of gradual development and steady progress, with the accompanying notion of slow growth through numerous shifts and changes. This could apply to the growth of a business or the development of an idea. A relationship may need to undergo changes if it is going to live and grow. Moral effort and steadfastness are called for when you draw movement, because it is one of the cycle runes leading to initiation. Let it be said this way: as I cultivate my own nature, all else follows. So my guys are messaging in the background while I'm trying to read, and they just want you to make note of how the Rainmaker is together with the corn and how they feed into and out of each other in a really beautiful way, because of these messages that come to you as the Hierophant in this moment in the relationship. Okay? The active principle, the male principle. Look at it. Look at that. And here's the purpose. It's about blending and bonding and sharing energy with yourself. Okay, the yin yang inside yourself, but clearly we're here to talk about love. So, more notions about what am I devoted to. Now that I'm activated and I'm the King of Cups, and the spirit guides are letting me know about my sacred destiny, etc. Guides are saying. So as you cultivate your own nature, all else follows. This rune symbol is the horse, and it signifies the bond between horse and rider. Thank you, Spirit. Bronze Age artifacts show a horse drawing the sun across the sky. Here Awaz is saying you have progressed far enough to feel a measure of safety in your position. Now it is time to turn again and face the future reassured, prepared to share the good fortune that comes your way. The sharing is significant since it relates to the sun's power to foster life and illuminate all things with its light. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh. So Virgo, my gosh, once again, my guys are saying things like, make sure you watch this 5 times because you need to really understand. I do it. When I do the readings, I have no idea what I said because I'm channeling half the time. So I have to come back and watch them. So this is very profound. There's a lot of energy woven into itself in this reading. So let me quickly grab something for your beautiful partner. For those gorgeous cross watchers, thank you for being here. I can't remember if I said it. The link to my website is below. If you want to invite me to the place where you are, please do so. Well, your partner got 2. All right, I like this. That is the rune for the torch. It is about opening. Let's put it there because we're talking about factors of awareness. Now let's put it here because of the scepter, right? That's the rune for fertility. I like it. You know, what lies dormant and fertile inside this 8 of Swords. All right, so let's go first to the torch. So that's about opening. It's about fire energy. The torch. Gorgeous, isn't it? That is Kano. The rune of opening and renewed clarity. The rune of dispelling the darkness that's been shrouding some part of your life. You are free now to both receive gifts and to know the joy of non-attached giving. Kano is the rune for the morning of activities, for serious, clear intent and concentration, all of which are essential at the beginning of any endeavor. This is one of the 13 cycle runes. The protection offered by Kano is this: the more light you have, the better you can see what is trivial and outmoded in your own conditioning. In relationships, there can now be a mutual opening up, which you may trigger and set in motion through your awareness that the light of understanding is once again available to you both. Recognize that while on the one hand you are limited and dependent, on the other you exist at the perfect center, where the harmonious and beneficent forces of the universe merge and radiate. Wow. See this? That's what they're talking about. And that too, the seat of the heart. It's gorgeous. You are that center in your own life now. And simply put, if you have been operating in the dark, there is now enough light to see that the patient on the operating table is yourself. Yeah, that's what your partner's been going through. It's gorgeous. And the rune for fertility, wait till you hear this. Backing that up, my guides are saying. Hang on 1 second. Find the page here. So this is Inguz. It's about fertility, new beginnings, and Ing, the hero god. The rune is akin to the moon, the intuitive part of our nature, with its urge towards harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships. Inguz embodies the need to share, the yearning to be desired. In a love relationship, it indicates the search for similarities. The completion of beginnings is what Inguz requires. Undrawing this rune may mark a time of joyful deliverance of a new life and a new path. Thank you, Spirit, so much. So very much. This is a rune of great power, and receiving it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion and resolution, from which comes a new beginning. Above all, completion is crucial here. It may be timely that you complete some project now, and if so, make that your first priority. Perhaps a difficult state of mind can be clarified or resolved. The appearance of this rune indicates that you must fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. Look at this. Gorgeous. Thank you, Spirit. See, fertilizing the ground in your own life so the seeds can blossom. My guide said, so the butterfly can bloom out of the cocoon. And there you are. That's how you look under these aspects. Beautiful cross watcher. All things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstructions. Thank you, Spirit. Inguz signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. So much beauty, Virgo. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience a release from tension and uncertainty. Gosh, my guides are so good, aren't they? You may be required to free yourself from a rut, from a habit, from a relationship, from some deep cultural or behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self that you're leaving behind now. The time of birth is always a critical one, and this type of movement can involve danger. And yet, movement that is timely leads us out of danger. The time has come for you to enter the delivery room. Another of the cycle runes, Ingu's counsels preparation, being centered and grounded, freeing yourself from all unwanted influences, and seeing the humor in your situation. You are indeed prepared to open to the will of heaven and await your deliverance with calm certainty. Wow, Virgo, thank you. Please share this with your partner. I'm guessing and hoping that people do that. Have a wonderful week. Goddess willing, I'll be here next week to chat with you before I head out on my journey. And, if you need some love, support, advice, I'm here. Okay? In more limited fashion because I'm busy getting ready to go, but I've left my calendar open for the remaining 2 weeks of September in a limited way. So if you're having trouble finding a spot for yourself, let me know. Okay? Love and hugs. As I always say, click that like button for me. I appreciate it. It helps my channel. All right? Hugs and kisses, guys and girls. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for incarnating here with this intention. More than anything else. I'll see you soon.